So basically, is the problem the battery? I'm gonna find out. I just ordered a new charger for my laptop, so I should meant to say, is the problem the fact that the charger's not working? Well, once I find out, then I'll know if the laptop is dead. Tonight I'm gonna try to do some work and activate the OBS on my desktop. I haven't really gotten the chance to do that yet. To activate the OBS on my desktop, and once the charger comes in, I'll find out if it's the charger or the battery. And this is a Surface Pro 2, and I don't think Microsoft does a battery replacement for it. So a new laptop, no big deal. Doesn't have to be a very expensive one like the Surface Pro 2 at the time, but that is the situation. And I promised you I'm working on it diligently in between going out and exercising again, which we have a lot of storms outside, so it's been kind of a hard thing to do the last 5 days in between talking with a date. The OBS is going to come. As far as the deadline goes, as far as the situation goes, it is still 3.5 games, and they control their own destiny. All that matters is the games against the Blue Jays. I mean, you look at it, these sorry-ass teams are keeping the Yankees in the race. If you thought the Yankees are so bad, then how much does that say about the Blue Jays and the Angels and the Red Sox? If they're only 3.5 games back with 6 games to go against the Blue Jays, this team still controls their own destiny. They've already faced up against Verlander one time while he was with the Mets. They get Justin Verlander again. I think Houston's going to win that game with Verdi on the mound at the box. It's a 4-game series. It's going to be a split. Verlander's going to get a win. Garrett Cole, I'm projecting to pitch in the final game of that series because he's going to get the game against Tampa tomorrow. 2 mediocre relievers, but I mean, Verlander and Scherzer, the Yankees don't get to face off against Verlander, but I guess as far as that analysis goes, the Yankees don't face Scherzer again because they've already faced the Rangers twice this year. But the Red Sox and the Blue Jays, they are going to have to face off against Mad Max and the Texas Rangers. So right there, Yankees benefit from the schedule against Texas. They get Verlander. I'm not sure if the Blue Jays get the Astros again. I have to go look at that. But the Yankees don't get to go up against Verlander and Scherzer in the AL East. I think they fared much better with that. Texas Rangers obviously have Mad Max and another pitcher that they got. And then you have Framer Valdez and Verlander, and then guess what? When Cortez comes back, then you have Nasty Nestor and Garrett Cole going up against Valdez and Verlander. Strength against strength in the American League. It will be a very different team once Nestor comes back. And in my view, it's probably going to be a 3-man rotation in the playoffs, or a 4-man rotation. So Cole, Cortez, and then German, and maybe Clark Schmidt. This guy Rodon is going to get yanked. I think he's going to get yanked in teams. They did go through a 3-man rotation in 2009. I think it was CC and AJ and Pettit. But some teams like to go to a 3-man rotation, and the other starters go into the long relief. So it's going to come down to the last series of the regular season. The Angels are going to have to go up against Verlander and Scherzer more than 2 times. So the Angels get the tougher deal between those aces compared to the New York Yankees. But Yankees still got the AL East schedule. So in my view, it's going to be a very tight race all the way to the last game of the regular season. Don't know who the Angels have got, but Blue Jays, they got the Rays. And the Yankees, they close against the Royals. They also I think they have the Nationals. They've got the Tigers in between, and the Pittsburgh Pirates. So there's going to be some easy teams, but that's going to be August. But again, it's baseball. It's a long season, 3.5. You think about it, if they won even like one of the last 3 games or 2 of the last 3 games, they would be a game and a half out. I mean, that's the tightest of margins, and that's only in a 3-game stretch. So it could have easily been a game and a half. That's how the Major League Baseball season is rigged. And Ohtani's got to go next year. If they're not going to make it to the playoffs, then where's he going to go after this offseason? Is he going to stay? Whatever. That's the dilemma surrounding Ohtani when the Angels missed the playoffs. You going to stay there? They don't run it back. Same thing with Judge failing to win the World Series. Is he going to come back? San Francisco. Is he going to stay with the Yanks all that? So the same question is going to be said about Ohtani. So the Angels they're going to struggle again and miss the playoffs. And Giolito in a playoff race, completely different. Going up against, they're not going up against the AL Central, that's for sure. I mean, so it's a whole different beast. But these guys coming from these cellar dwellers in the playoff race, the first baseman, whatever, from the Colorado Rockies, going to the LA Angels. Yeah, it all comes down to pitch anyways, and the Angels really don't have any pitching, and the Yankees still got the best bullpen, whatever. They got a top prospect from the Phillies, Texas Rangers. I think they made a couple other moves too, but they're going to really challenge for the division, and at the end of the day, if the Yankees go in the playoffs, then nothing gets bigger than the Big Apple going up against the state of Texas. Nothing gets bigger than Texas. We have to go up against Aroldis Chapman, the Rangers, and you go up, and you inevitably go up against the Houston Astros again. By splitting the series at the Bronx this week, that's where they get the sense of belief, especially when you beat the Blue Jays, and the Angels. This was all without Judge and without the moves. So, but the Rangers again, the talk in town is that, Matt Max wasn't with the Rangers when the Yankees beat them. But then again, Nasty Nestor wasn't pitching in that series. So it's a long battle. I get it. They suck to watch, but all rise to Judge. 99 World Series after the Bambino. It ain't going to be Ohtani this year. Ohtani's going to leave. He'll win a title with the next team that he'll go to, where he's like, I want to go and win. And so we'll find out. Mariners, Giants, Dodgers, Mets. Let's throw the Yankees name, whatever. I don't think that how it's cheap with the salary cap, or with the luxury tax. There's no salary cap in baseball, but it's cheap with the luxury tax. So, and they already gave this guy Rodon a 6-year contract, whatever. So this guy ain't going to the Yankees. Ohtani, he's going to, the Dodgers, the Mariners, and the Giants are my big four for Ohtani to join a team looking to win. If it's not the LA Angels, but as for now, until I resolve the OBS situation, I'll be taking notes. We'll do some uploads once we get back in action again, especially with the NFL season coming up. Maybe do the rest of the division winners, what have you. We'll get to the division winners. But you already seen the piece on the Lions, a piece on the Saints. The Bears sneak in. The Vikings missed the playoffs. We'll see about the AFC. It could come down between the Dolphins and the Jets, especially if the Bills start winning week 1, whatever. All this was just bullshit to pass time by before the regular season. Everything that was happening with Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs and OBS, training camp, all this. I don't care about that. These guys need something to talk about, because there's nothing to talk about with any NFL free agency or anything until another month or so. Well, that's what they'll say after they lose to the Chiefs, but they're going to come down to the last game of the year. They're going to win the postseason, make it to the postseason. Vikings could slip to the wild card spot, but then the Bears jump them when they beat the Packers the last week of the season. Then the Lions are going to win the last week after losing to the Kansas City Chiefs. The Lions are going to continue to build and grind. When they do win the division, that's where their first home playoff game. It might be that's when Dan Campbell is going to be Coach of the Year over Dennis Allen. We'll see. We'll see. Those going to win the East. Yeah, they are. Who knows with injuries? Who knows with injuries in the AL West or whatever? But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? What the Chargers have got. I don't know what they have done or whatever. But you got to fix. You got to try to set up OBS on here. So, download the app. I got OBS, and gotta set it up. Just gotta find a way to activate the audio. I watch Sports Camacho purely for entertainment. He makes some entertaining videos or whatever, I guess. But anyway, the computer, their desktop a little bit slow, but I'm gonna get used to it. I'm gonna get used to it. The Giants are not winning anything, man. The Giants are not. The Vikings are a terrible defense. The Vikings, a lot of one possession games. They're gonna miss the playoffs. Is it behind there? Oh, there you are. There you are. So guys, see the right sources. Just may have to activate my speaker. I don't know what the lock sign is over here, but anyway, that's what I'll be working on tonight. It's showing the screen, but it is not showing the audio quite yet.
Auxiliary input mode.
Maybe that was the problem. Let me find out. Maybe the speaker wasn't turned on when I was playing the video. Let's see. But to find out if I can do videos. Anyway, let's try it out. I'll figure it out. Rigged scripted by the numbers, the rigged Super Bowl this year, the Silver State, the Dallas Cowboys going to win at the Silver State, the 28th state. They're going to win 28 years later. Dak Prescott further win. His brother, his mom died winning the Super Bowl on the 42nd day of the year. Dak Prescott, Gematria of 42. Let's find out if I can do videos. If the problem was that the speaker was not turned on, so let me go see. Let's find out if I have the right sources. I hear nothing, so I have to figure that out. That is what I have to do, is I have to hear myself talk. And it's not working yet, and I will find out. See what I need to do.